Hey YouTube, Anthony here. Hope everyone's having a good day. I got a few requests recently on prepping on a budget. Gentleman emailed me, sent me a PM and asked if I do some videos on, showing ways to get him and his family prepared if they are on a low budget or fixed income like most of us are. And so I said I would do a series of videos showing, it doesn't take a whole lot of money to prep and to get prepared for whatever it is, whether it's a camping trip, to put some stuff aside for an emergency. Recent hurricanes we've had has showed the need for that, a storm, an earthquake, civil unrest, government collapse of the dollar. You could take your scenarios and you could number them one after the other. At the end of the day, we still have to try to be as best prepared we can. And if we're on a low budget or don't have a whole lot of money to spend, it is possible over time to put good quality kits together that'll get the job done. And so I wanted to start out with a video today just to contrast a lower budget way to cook versus maybe a little bit one level up way to cook. And so I'm going to show two sides. The first, which is shown here, is basically a military style canteen, which is not expensive. You could buy these items in any Army Navy store or online, any number of different suppliers online. And I'll put a couple of links in the bucket of places that I've dealt with in the past that have had good service and speedy shipping and fairly good prices. So we have a canteen cup which costs between $7 and $12 depending on where you get it. You can get them used online. A military style canteen, plastic canteen, $5 or $6. A spork to eat with, which is a fork, spoon, and a knife. $3 or $4. You could even get them for less if you shop around. An Esbit style stove, which is depicted here, right here. It's basically just a folding pocket type stove, easy to store, super lightweight. Comes with these cooking tablets called Esbit tablets that you could light, and they burn between 10 and 15 minutes, and you could boil water, and you can cook inside that canteen cup that is shown, and boil up water or make a meal for you and whoever else you're with. A way to light the Esbit cube, no problem. We have basic cheap camp matches that you could buy in any Walmart, any Target, any department store, and then your simple Bic lighters. I can't say enough about a Bic lighter, having one in every one of your kits, and some waterproof matches. So this set here is relatively inexpensive. Most people can afford it, even if they have to buy the, one item at a time. You can put something like this aside, for, I would say, what's in front of us here, for as little as $25, you could have a kit, and preferably one for each member of the family. If your kids are really small, obviously they don't need one for themselves. You and your wife will suffice. Our next items are a little bit higher in cost, but they do the same thing. And I just wanted to compare and contrast some items here. So we have, on the we have a IsoPro canister, which would power give us the fuel to power our stove. And the stove we have on there is a Brunton Raptor. I'll get a little better shot for you. You guys have seen my video on the Brunton Raptor. I have, I think, a few on my site. Very good stove. Just about $40. You could find them sometimes for $30 if you shop around. I know my Army Navy store recently had one for $32 or $30. A GSI Halulite minimalist cup that you could cook in, you could drink out of it. It has a neoprene cup holder so you don't burn your hands. You could slide the cup into it. It's got a little rubberized thumb and forefinger holder to pull the cup off the fire, off the hot stove. The stove comes with a small little stuff sack. In the middle there, I have a Sea to Summit titanium spork, folding spork, and I like that one particular because it folds and fits inside the cook cup when it's all nested together. You have a sippy lid for the cook cup, and then my fire lighting apparatus on this side of the table is obviously a little bit more expensive. It's a Strikeforce fire steel. It clicks together as one unit and opens up, and you see this. It has a built-in striker. It has a very thick ferrule rod, and it also has a little area on the back, a hollowed out area to store some tinder of whatever your choice is. So obviously on this side of the table we have a little bit more expensive items that'll do the same thing as we have on the left side. I personally like the left side items. They're very no nonsense, easy to use. They're lightweight. They get the job done. I've cooked numerous meals online on my videos with this type of setup, and they do work. So prepping on a budget, cooking items, very simple. You don't have to get fancy. And I hope this helps those out there that are putting together their kits. You need to sit down and think what you need for your family, and then you need to systematically obtain those items, whether you buy one at a time or when you get some extra money, you put it together and put it in your kit. So send us your questions or comments. This is not an exhaustive video. There's plenty of other items I could have included, but I just wanted to get a person or a family that's looking to get started in prepping the tools to get started. You need to get started, and the time is now, because when you need something and it's not there, it's very frustrating, especially if you have a family with small kids and you're scrambling around looking for something to cook on. So it's Anthony signing off. Thanks for the suggestion for the videos, and we're going to make a series of others and hope they help you out. God bless. Take care.